God damn. He goes, let me tell you something, kid. This was his advice to me.
Kid.
He goes, this fucking TV shit, you know? He goes, this waiting around all the fucking time. It's a bunch of all shit, you know? It's shit. He goes, it's the same with fucking movies, you know? You're in the movie, and then you're in the fucking trailer all the time. That's all you're doing is fucking jerking off in the trailer, you know? He goes, it's all shit, kid. He goes, remember this and remember it forever. Stand up, man. That's all there is. Stand up.
Rodney Dangerfield is well regarded as being one of the top comedians in the Comedy Hall of Fame. His self-deprecating humor never failed to make us laugh when guest hosting on Saturday Night Live, or stopping by The Ed Sullivan Show, or any of the other high-profile late-night talk shows. Today, we have gathered our favorite Rodney Dangerfield impressions and celebrity stories for you to enjoy. Up first, Robert Downey Jr. talks about being on the set of Back to School with Dangerfield.
My ankle. I was like, your ankle? He goes, yeah. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it in tomorrow. You know what I mean? I was like, really? He goes, yeah. Hey, are you around tomorrow? I was like, yeah. He goes, maybe they'll shoot some of your shit. And I was like, wow. He just told me that he's going to feign an ankle injury, so he has a 3-day weekend, and do I mind covering for him when the first AD scrambles to figure out what they're going to shoot?
Here, Darrell Hammond does an impression of Rodney on Saturday Night Live.
I tell you, what a clown, okay?
Can you tell me, how was your childhood?
Well, I tell you, I had a rough childhood, all right? When I was a kid, my parents moved a lot, but I always found them. I tell you, I had no respect as a kid. I worked in a pet store. People kept asking how big I get.
Did you have any pets?
I had a dog. His favorite bone was in my arm.
Up next, we have a Rodney Dangerfield impression by Irv Dahl.
God, what a crowd. Yeah! I tell you, I'm all right now, but last week I was in rough shape, you know? I can't win with the doctor, you know? I told him I was thinking about suicide. Well, he told me from now on I gotta pay in advance. Are you kidding? And suicide prevention, they don't help neither, you know? I mean, first they put me on hold. And then they try to talk me into it.
Next, we have David DiLorenzo doing an impression of Dangerfield during his stand-up routine.
I'll tell you, it's tough, you know? I'm already done, but last week I was in rough shape, you know? And last week I was in my backyard watering my grass, and my hose gave me that. Oh, the other day my wife, you know, I called my wife and said, honey, I'm getting horny, I want to have sex. She goes, who is this? And my wife, nothing but trouble, my wife, you know? Hey, my bachelor party, she was in the movie.
Norm MacDonald is back with another Dangerfield impression.
So he's in the Comedy Store with 2 hookers, and he's waiting for Ron Jeremy to show up.
Oh my goodness!
So this is 2 days later.
Yeah.
So Saget told me he walked in. He was like completely shocked. He said, "Rodney, how you doing, man? Well, what's going on?" He goes, "How are you doing?" And Rodney goes, "How am I doing?" He goes, "I'm sitting here with 2 whores waiting for a guy who can suck his own dick. How you doing?"
In our next clip, we have Mitch Hedberg doing his impression of Rodney Dangerfield.
I'll tell you, it's all right, The other day, somebody asked me if I wanted a frozen banana. I said no, but I want a regular one later, so yeah. All right, no big deal. I'll tell you, I like rice, because it's good if you're hungry, and you want 1,000 of something. All right,
Lastly, here is Eddie Murphy telling a story of Rodney Dangerfield.
And afterwards, Rodney is like, hey, kid, where you going to go with all that stuff, all that cursing, and using the language he gave me, basically told me I wasn't shit. Long story short, maybe 2-3 years later, I blew up and I'd become, Eddie Hotshot. And I was at in the bathroom at Caesar's Palace, going at the urinal. And Dangerfield comes and stands right next to me. I look over and he looks and says, hey, who knew?
Thank you so much for watching this Everything Hollywood video. We hope you enjoyed this Impressions video. For more content just like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button below.